Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. You guessed it, we are going to be talking about Superman, and I teased it in the beginning of my segment. We thought, and I thought it was going to be a Superman sequel, but actually, it's not exactly going to be that. From the headlines here by Variety, an article posted by Rebecca Ruman, Mrs. Rebecca Ruman, who is pretty much on all of these DCU type storylines when it pertains to the DCU. And she had this to write in this headline: James Gunn to direct next movie in the Super Family at DC Studios after Superman's success. James Gunn will write and direct the next installment in the Super Family, David Zaslav confirmed during the company's earnings call. Gunn had previously said in various interviews during his Superman press tour that he was writing a new movie featuring David Cornsweet's Superman in it, although he always remained coy on whether it was a standalone Superman sequel or something else. Zaslav provided no clarity there, opting to say next movie in the Super Family. But it's news that Gunn will direct the movie in addition to writing the screenplay. He served the same dual role in Superman. All right. What do I think of this? Most importantly, my big issue with this, and it's not really that big of an issue, but I do not understand for the life of me why we cannot get a Superman sequel. I just don't understand it. We had the same thing with Henry Cavill. The same exact thing with Henry Cavill. Pretty solid first film on both perspectives. At the time was Zack Snyder's Justice League, although it was not as well received as James Gunn's Superman. But at the time, in my personal opinion, great movie. Don't understand why they never got a sequel. Instead of a Superman sequel, we got Batman v Superman, and then we got Zack Snyder's Justice League. Or the Justice League 2 as well. I just do not want James Gunn to do the same mistake. I want a solo Superman sequel with David Cornsweet's Superman. I think it is phenomenal. We have not been able to expand out on Superman's rogue gallery. Okay? I've only watched the original Superman movie. The villain in there was Lex Luthor. I know in Superman 2, and we're talking about Christopher Reeve's movies, I know that General Zod and the crew was part of Superman 2, the antagonist in those movies. 3 and 4, I don't know who they were. And in Superman Returns with Brandon Routh, done Lex Luthor again. Man of Steel did General Zod. I want to see something else. And we're going to get to it here. But I just want another villain, like a Brainiac or a Darkseid. Even though I don't want to do Darkseid, you kind of want to save that for a Justice League movie, because he's the big bad for the Justice League. But somebody else, Parasite, any other type of Metallo, just something different besides General Zod and Lex Luthor. Although I want to see Lex Luthor back in some sort of capacity, but I do not want to see no more General Zod. But yes, I just don't understand for the life of me why we cannot get a direct Superman sequel at all. Are they afraid of the international numbers so much because the last couple of Superman films has not done great internationally? Maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know. But for some reason, Warner Brothers is not wanting to press the go button, the green light, on any sort of Superman sequel. Solo Superman sequel. But I don't know. But with this being quoted as the Super Family, I have to suggest and only guess that this has to be some type of Superman, Supergirl adventure. Okay. And I brought up this comic animated movie. It's called Batman and Superman Apocalypse, if I'm not mistaken. And it features Supergirl in the story. where Superman and Supergirl have this type of dynamic, and I think that is what James Gunn is kind of wanting to go for. And I actually loved that film, and I loved Superman and Kara's Kal and Kara's dynamic in that. So would I love to see that on the live screen? Absolutely. And in that film, they actually fight Darkseid, but I don't want them to fight Darkseid. I want them to do this villain. I want them to do Brainiac. Okay, Brainiac is a key story to the backstory and the lore pertaining to Kal-El and Kara, and just Krypton in general. In every iteration of Brainiac I've watched and consumed via movies and animated films and things of that nature. I'm not a comic historian. I have prefaced that many a time. So when it comes to the comic book aspect of this stuff, do not come with me for information. But from what I've known, Brainiac has a pretty decent history with both of these characters. So it seems fit to deep dive into the Kryptonian lore in this type of Superman movie, with the super family movie rather, and have Brainiac as the antagonist for the film, because we can actually expound on something that a lot of audiences has had a problem with, and me being one of those people, the whole Jor-El message in the Superman movie, where he didn't send Superman there to be a savior and to save and bring good and hope, keyword hope, to the human race on planet Earth. But instead, they did this type of backstory and lore changing to where pretty much they sent Kal-El to Earth to pretty much spread his hair. What is it called? His secret harem or something, or whatever they wanted to call it. Basically, spreading his seed across the whole Earth. Whatever they wanted to do with that, and change up the Superman lore. So maybe that's an interesting thing that we can pretty much just expound upon in a type of Brainiac Superman super family type of movie. Because Supergirl is already present in the universe. We saw that at the end of Superman, and she's fixing to get her own film, and I'm excited to see what they have to offer with that when it comes to Lobo and things of that nature. Is Lobo going to be the full antagonist in the movie? It's left to be seen. They're obviously mimicking the movie off of the recent comic run by Tom King, Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. So I want them, it's a great type of idea to put in the movie and expound upon it. Okay, why did Jor-El say what he said? Let Kara provide some impact on that, and they have some type of adventure to try and unlock the reason why that happened. And maybe Brainiac might have some type of suggestion or reason why Jor-El maybe have said that, because he's had, Brainiac has ties to Krypton. He knows, he steals data from worlds, and he knows he's one of the smartest people in the DC universe. So if anybody would know that type of information and we could explore some sort of storyline with that, Brainiac would be the character to do that. So that's what I would love to see in this type of movie. And just essentially a nice Kara and Kal-El adventure movie. Something that I would love to see in a Batman, Superman type of the Cape Crusader and Man of Steel type of buddy cop movie. And it's I don't know why I keep forgetting their dynamic. Y'all are going to kill me in the comments for this. I should absolutely know this. What is the name of Superman and Batman's duo? Oh my gosh. Y'all don't kill me in the comments for this. World's Finest. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I could not remember that for the life of me. But yes, I would love to see this with a World's Finest type of movie, but we cannot get that because James Gunn's Batman has not been introduced, and we're going to talk about not DCU's Batman, but we're going to talk about the DC extended universe, Elseworld universe rather. We're going to talk about that Batman later. But overall, that's pretty much all I have in regards to this. I don't like how we're not getting a direct sequel to Superman 1, and not getting a solo Superman movie to where we could focus more on Lois Lane and all these other characters, the Daily Planet as well. Because I thought in the first Superman movie, that was one of my favorite aspects that we got the least of, was the Daily Planet, Lois Lane, and the relationship aspect of it. And we focused too much on, and we didn't focus too much on it, but the supporting characters had their role in the film, and it pretty much took away from that. And I wanted to see more of that in a direct sequel. But we're just going to have to wait and see what they have to do with this super family type movie. And another thing that I wanted to just point out as well, I'm very interested to see how these movies are going to connect with each other in the DCU. We haven't really been able to see that quite yet because Superman is the first movie. So I'm just interested to see exactly how these movies are going to be connecting with each other, just like they did in the MCU. So maybe we can follow one movie and then it leads up to the next thing. So maybe Supergirl will have Superman in the movie and possibly lead up to the upcoming Superman, I guess you could say Superman sequel. But outside of that, we're just going to have to wait and see. What do you guys think? Let me know all of your comments down below. Are you interested in this super family, so to speak, type movie? Are you disappointed we're not getting a direct Superman movie sequel? I want to know all of your comments down below.